figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision from sacrilegious. I feel my ratchets, you have offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so you can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? What we
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They run with the all-pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Colt defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the 50, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts 13-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Off play action. Richardson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. An extra point by Gay is up and good. We are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after 1. Now it's Watson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
But we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Richardson on 3rd and short. That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To the air yet again, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
Touchdown! Elijah Moore, 39 yards. ends. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
What you got? This is the one, boys. Here we go. Come on, stay on point, fellas. Take that mental toughness. Let's go.
Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A final shot before the half. Richardson
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
Out to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, check that. Check. Go.
Back to Taylor on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Richardson finds Pickens out right. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go play action with Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
19 Tiger. Ready?
Richardson to throw off play action. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That second down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Okay.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also...
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know...
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of them.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Chubb running right. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Let's go now.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running left, Taylor. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Okay, ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready?
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Strong. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Pierre Strong, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A give for Taylor running right side.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They go up the middle with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Watson on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really